What's going on? What's going on? Little fashionably late. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? What's happening? Right now it's just myself. NeRo should be joining us a little later. So hang tight. Tonight we're talking about potential. I mean, personally, I got a lot of opinions. I ain't even gonna front with y'all. Let's do that. Let's do that. Make sure the audio is coming in. Okay. Can y'all hear me? You won't see me on Oprah or the generous testing. Can y'all hear me? Okay, I think it's coming through. Who we got on here? Say we got one person in here. Who following me? Who on YouTube? What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Cool. I just want to make sure. All right. So tonight we're talking potential. For those of y'all who are just popping in, just joining us, please go ahead, share this with everybody you know. Let's get the conversation going. Y'all want to enjoy these live streams that we have more often? You got to share it to more people. That's the main way we get the conversation going. We get the ball rolling, what have you. As I said before, NeRo will be joining us later on. Right now we got 2 people. Definitely like, share, push this out. It's been a turbulent month. In case y'all been paying attention, 1 minute you got NeRo, 1 minute you got me, 1 minute you got one or the other. Man, September's just been a whirlwind. A lot of changes at work for the both of us. Personal matters outside of work, family related and stuff. It's been busy. Q4, this last 3 months of the year is gonna be something else. That's all that really means. Hope y'all doing all right tonight. I do want to pose a question to the chat, and basically the question is do you find potential to really mean anything? Is potential meaningful to you in your life? You know how it goes, you know what you got. When Sunday come through, you know that it's hot. Show in any context. I'm gonna post that in the chat as well. I want you guys to think about that because I think it's a good place to kind of start. So there's something there. Cool. Thank you for joining. If you're just now joining, please go ahead and share this. As y'all know, about 10-15 minutes, we're going to get started with the main discussion. We're talking potential tonight. Also, let me know how I sound. Let me know if you can see me clearly. Any of that is helpful. Shout out to the 3 of y'all. I need y'all to push this out to y'all friends and family. It has potential to mean something, Keontae said on Facebook. I mean, way to use the word for your explanation. Okay. But that's one way to go about it, I guess. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Definitely like, share, comment, subscribe. Also, I'm pretty sure y'all can see this. Black in a Minute merchandise. We got this available on the Flow page on the website. The link to that is in the description of this video. If you're watching on Facebook, it's also in the description of the live stream. NeRo should be joining us later on. He is en route. Actually, I just got the update. What's going on? What's happening? What's poppin'? We got somebody from Twitch. Who over here from Twitch? I don't know why that say default. Y'all playing with us. Hold on. Let me dress that up real quick. Also, by the way, the music playing in the background, of course, is NeRo AnGeLo's latest project, 28. You can also find the link to that. It's available on all streaming platforms. We also have links in the description. Just look for the link that says NeRo AnGeLo. It'll take you to all of that if you like the music that is playing. It's pretty cold if you ask me, but I'm biased. Keontae says, it's on a scale. How many things are helping the likelihood that something will happen? That's a fair point. I ain't gonna get into the meat and potatoes of that just yet, but I like that. I think that's a pretty sound and, poignant description. Actually, while it's on my mind, so I don't forget, I'm actually going to give you guys the definition. This is the definition according to Oxford. It's the first result whenever you look up the word potential. And the first definition is adjective, having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future, right? It can also be used as a noun, latent qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness, right? Most of us, at least those of us late 80s, early 90s babies, I think I speak for quite a few of us when I say the first time we probably heard potential actually be used for something. For me, it was Gohan back in Dragon Ball Z. There was always this talk of his potential and how he had this hidden potential to be so much greater than he was at the time when he was young. And that's the main context of my origins as far back as I can think when I first heard potential. Another definition, which is also a noun, is the quality determining the energy of a mass in a gravitational field or a change in an electric field or charge. We're not really going to be using that second one because that's more so referring to energy, and that's a whole different conversation. Whether you're talking about literal energy or more so the kind of spiritual, metaphysical version of energy. But essentially, that's potential. The capacity to become or develop into something in the future. Which, Keontae, that goes really good with what you actually mentioned. So, like I said, we're going to give it a few more minutes, just a few, and then we're going to get into the discussion. I ain't going to keep y'all too long. This ain't going to be too long of one for tonight. Definitely share this with people on the internet. Spoiler alert, we will be having more frequent streams coming soon. Not putting no dates on it, but very soon, like within the next month soon. We want to hit y'all with 2021 going out pretty strong. So that is something you can look forward to. Other types of content. And even shorter forms for those moments where you just need, a little 30-second or less. This ain't no TikTok. I can't promise that. I don't know about no TikTok. I have avoided TikTok to this point. I never got online with Vine, and they finally got rid of it a eventually, hopefully, TikTok go on somewhere too. Or at least y'all learn how to act like y'all got some sense. Put y'all potential to use for something greater than being silly all the time. But anyway, let me stop. I like some humor too myself. I ain't gonna front. But yeah, if you're just now joining us and you missed it, we are talking potential and its application as well as its usefulness. Does it really matter if you have potential? I want to know what y'all think. Does it really matter? I don't know. I'm kind of so as usual. I'm like, yeah. I'm more so leaning towards the no part, but I'll get to that. Let's see. Go ahead and share this out there. Put this out there. I invited a bunch of y'all to the stream. Y'all better come on. Tell y'all friends who got the same invite to come on too. I'm playing this game with y'all. Turn on y'all YouTube notifications. Turn on your YouTube notifications so you don't miss it. You blink, you might just miss it. So let's push this power forward. Let's get it going. Thank you, sir. See you soon. NeRo. Where y'all at? Y'all don't want to talk about potential tonight. Y'all rather talk about the R. Kelly sentencing and stuff. Part of the reason why we created this platform is we wanted to have conversations that people aren't having. So, there will be a time and place for the more viral moments that happen within society and culture. But we also want to take the curve and pull it back on some of these other things that we think are really important and key, especially from our own perspectives. Wait till we get into relationships, because I know a lot of y'all sleeping on us on purpose. Y'all waiting till the more controversial topics and stuff like that go. There will be time for that. Trust me. October will be full of it. Today's the last day of September. We coming hot for Halloween. I promise y'all. Probably gonna be putting down some new pieces as well on the merch site. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, definitely go and check that out. Shameless plug, but we got to do that. Got to make money. Got to be able to still produce this. The lights that provide the brightness up in here. Future equipment and stuff like that as well. Give it like a couple more minutes. We're going to start here at 7:20. Definitely share this. Push this out there. Any and everybody can chime in, can join us. It's worth it, I promise. I promise. Potential is a gamble. Yes, it is. Keontae, I think in the current context of how we utilize potential, which is why I brought up usefulness versus uselessness, because I think that's where the crux of today's potential discussion. I did it too. But today's potential discussion might actually tread, because I think that's the most important piece of it when we use that word, because that word tends to be used in particular contexts, and we're going to talk about some of the context. Who just joined up in here from YouTube? Please like that video, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know who you be, who is you, and run it, share it through. We're definitely going to work on being more prompt, giving y'all more days in advance also to get prepared. We're going to be sending out some surveys and stuff too in the coming weeks. We want to know what days and times work best for y'all when it comes to taking in our content. So that way we can deliver it to y'all when y'all ready to get it. We can serve y'all up properly. Got to do that, because everybody wins in. Yeah, man, potential is a gamble. Oh, we got 3 people in here. You know, these single digits mean everything while we still small. So shout out to the day ones. Shout out to the people that could have been doing anything else, but are choosing to be on this stream with me right now. Who in here? We got 2 from YouTube. Let me know who y'all be. Let me know what's happening. We need to know that. We'll probably start pinning the keywords of our discussions up. I know some people have been wondering where the audio podcast is. It's not gone anywhere. Just due to time constraints and life events, we haven't been producing any lately. Our latest episode is 40, which is about brotherhood and brotherly love. Definitely go check that out. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, pretty much. And we will be dropping some more all through this month. So it ain't done. Just took a slight sabbatical. We back. Don't y'all worry. Anyway, let's get started though. So I want to start with what Keontae brought into the discussion. And he said that potential is on a scale of such. Many things are helping the likelihood that something would happen, which kind of correlates with the textbook definition from Oxford, which is having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future. So he's right on the money for the most part when it comes to that. Now, from a contextual standpoint, Keontae, you said potential is a gamble. So I would like for you to provide some context to that, sir. I know some ways that I'm thinking of to which potential can be a gamble. When you said that, though, what were you referencing exactly? Hello, Paris. How you doing? Paris Love, how you doing? By the way, I went and did some further diving on your profile. I'm gonna have to check your stuff out. I got you bookmarked and everything. Glad to hear that you are in the discussion. Glad to see you down there. If y'all are in here with us, like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely share. I want to get as many people in the discussion as possible. We're talking potential tonight. That is what we are talking. And with that, I do want to hit y'all with this question of the day, just in case you didn't see it. What's power? What's going on? Playing NeRo AnGeLo in the background. But yeah, let's get into it. So here's my thing with potential. Because I've been asking myself this question a lot lately, especially as it relates to relationships. All is well a bit, yes, I swear. Hey, it's that end of the year. It's that end of the year hustle. I promise you. I promise you. That's part of it. That and just, the natural goings of life. But yeah, I'm glad you're busy. Especially if you're making money. Keep on doing it. You need to. We all need to. We talking potential tonight, so hopefully with that busyness that you've been experiencing, you got some potential that you want to talk about tonight, Paris Love. Now, potential. In October, we're going to get into some relationship talk. And this might be lightweight spoilers, but one of the primary sectors that I hear potential getting spout about a lot here lately is when it comes to relationships. I hear a lot of people talk about potential that they have in partners and people using potential, right, to essentially create a false sense of reassurance that people are going to be or do a certain type of thing, basically reinforcing unrealistic expectations. In that, sometimes we take the potential of how we think people will be and how they will interact with us, and we almost get into this imaginative state of the potential actually blossoming into the results, into the success. Because typically when we use potential, in language and day-to-day speaking. We talk about people seeing something in someone that may lead to something better, not worse. Even though potential is a neutral term too, we know that it can lead to worse outcomes as well. Keontae said on Facebook, in business, when partnering or outsourcing, there's a potential for it to succeed or not. Time and money could be wasted, or you could make major gains. Exactly my point as it relates to business. That just goes to show you how, depending on the context of the conversation, we find out the usefulness, to use another word instead, of potential, right? But my secondary question, as it relates to the context that y'all care to use potential in, is it really useful in the context that you guys are using it in? So, like, case in point, I said relationships, right? Because we all know somebody out there using someone's potential to reassure them of something that hasn't happened yet, right? In the case of business, Keontae, are you only looking at potential from the positive? Or are you looking at it from both? Where's your primary focus as it relates to potential? And do you find that to be particularly useful? Is that influencing or enforcing other good things? You caring about that potential, the relevance of it? What do y'all think? Let me hear y'all. Talk to me. I got 3 people on YouTube. Where y'all at? Somebody on Twitch. Somebody better talk to me. Let me know what's up. I hope the levels of the sound and everything's good. Nero's more so sound. I'm more so the rest of the stuff. You know, I'm more so the audio or the video and the social media. Nero's the audio guy. He's not here just yet, but he's on the way. What y'all think though? Am I tripping? Because I feel like, especially in the context of millennials and Gen Z, I'm using labels, I know. Whenever I hear people mention potential, they always talking about the potential of how they expect or they're hoping for people to either behave or the actions that they want them to do. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Nero. But tell me something I don't know. Because, I mean, if you asking me about potential, I care a lot more about the actual results. I'm a very literal, more logical type of person. Anybody who knows me well knows how I am about like that kind of stuff. I'm not a big what if scenario type of person. And I feel like people be sprinkling breadcrumbs of potential in what if scenarios. So that kind of stuff, I'm just like, if it ain't realistic, But that's just me. What do y'all think? Is potential that useful? I don't feel like it is. I think it's cool. Like I kind of like. I think it's cool to talk about type of thing. You know, it's cool to keep in mind, but I don't use it to reinforce or create, you know, idealistic views of how something's going to be, if that makes sense. You know, I'm not taking the potential and running with it. I feel like a lot of people in this day and age, especially a lot of people my age and younger, tend to run with potential. At least that's what social media and personal conversations, so these are anecdotal, lead me to believe. I hear people all the time like, yeah, he could be this, that, or she got this, that, and but they don't have the actual results. They're just excited. It basically creates euphoria. You know, that dopamine response when you're like excited for what something could be, but ain't yet. But you like going off that excitement and stuff, and you like, yeah, oh, this gonna be this. And I feel like that's when we're going through the motions of making that potential work in our minds, but also taking that potential and pushing it to be something that it hasn't quite yet became. You're indifferent? You're indifferent? See, I don't really do potential either. See, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's there, but does it really, like, really? You know what I mean? Like, there we go. I'm all about action. Me too. Because everybody got their 30-second pitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like the interview. Like, tell me something about you. Yeah, I like this. I'm good at that. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. I'm liking what I'm hearing, but I ain't seeing you doing it. So I'm just like, all right, I'll keep that in mind. And it's kind of like those things. I put it in my wallet. Potential is like a receipt. We look at it, we know what it is. It's in my wallet. I'm gonna try to keep up with it. I might not. I might lose it. NeRo AnGeLo says potential should be used more like probability, in that it represents the likelihood of a specific situation or occurrence. You know, I'm rocking with you, bro. DarksKing. Potential means very little without action. Right on, brother. I know that name. I'm glad you're here. NeRo AnGeLo. Either way, there's no such things as guaranteed conclusions, and it shouldn't be treated as such. Oh, but it gets treated as such, bro. It gets treated as such, bro. Keontae says, I have an opportunity to get a new job that pays more money, but the transition, I'm guaranteed to lose several thousands of dollars throughout the rest of the year. And then there might be the potential for me to make more money, but that's going to depend. I like all these other words, so that's why I'm enunciating them, on how much I can work, because I work a lot, and that's fair. That's a very fair thing to say. And ain't that it, man? And I like that. I think that goes along with what NeRo said. You know, in that potential could be used like probability. Because in what Keontae described, contextual wise, he's more so speaking in a probability like sense. But what he's talking about is the potential. And we're going to start maybe incorporating a few synonyms too. Because who knows? Who knows if probability ain't somewhere in the long list of synonyms to potential? It probably is. I ain't gonna look that part up. Y'all do that yourselves. That can be some homework for y'all, because synonyms matter too when it relates to these different words we're using. But yeah, man, like, I've never really been big on potential, and I think it's also because, in the general sense of things, I like to think that the potential could go either way. So I try to just always go with my plan A type of mindset while having my plan B tucked, or Murphy's Law, as some people call it, right? Anything that can and will go wrong, will go wrong. So you may want to be prepared, right? The potential's there, right? The chance. Sidebar, this is my favorite part of this song right here. Had to do a little quick moment of silence. That's The Rock. But anyway, WWE-ish. But yeah, man. Like I said earlier, my first introduction to potential was Gohan, when he was unlocking potential and throwing Masenkos and all of that, headbutting Raditz and all of that. We saw something in him. It was something that people looked at and it was like, you know what? There's more than what meets the eye, right? I could see this transforming, to something bigger. I can see ahead, something in the future. There's always this sense of looking forward. I think that also comes with potential. Some people live for the moment. Some people live in the past. Some people live for the future. And I think a lot of people who are more forward-minded thinking tend to think a lot more about the potential of things. Now, as to does that affect their decision making? Kind of, sort of, sure. But you can't fully bank on that, right? We can't. And that's the problem that I think a lot of people do fall into those pitfalls. And I think that's where potential can become a bad thing, right? Where you go and run with it. We all know that person that went way too heavily in on potential and maybe made a bad business decision, like what Keontae alluded to, or like what I was talking about as it relates to relationships. People seeing, seeing confidence in someone, seeing drive in someone, seeing positivity in someone, but maybe as it relates to the things that they want or they talk about, they talk a good talk, but you have yet to see the walk. But the talk is so good, kind of like, no shade, but kind of like how the preacher be in the church. That talk so good. You hear him, and you're like, yeah, this sounds so good. But then, do we see the proof of concept? Do we see the actualization of the words? As they always say, actions speak louder than words. NeRo AnGeLo says, perfect example of potential versus actualization, true effort. Gohan versus Vegeta. Yeah, bro. I swear I feel like that's most of us. And when I say most of us, I'm mainly talking about late 80s, early 90s dudes, and some of the women who were watching Dragon Ball and kept hearing that word round and round. Because I didn't learn that word in school initially. I learned that through cartoons, man, through anime. But yeah, man, actualization matters. Because no matter what we think, we definitely live in a world where actions speak louder than words. It's literally the actions that allow me to have on this hoodie, right? Not the words, because one thing for me to say, y'all, we gonna have some hoodies for y'all. It's another thing to be like, y'all, we got the hoodies. Shameless plug. Buy them. You know what I'm saying? Before then, you just like, yeah, that sounds cool. I can't wait. But now you have access, and that matters. That matters. It's the reason why this mic is right here. It's the reason why y'all see this wall behind me. The potential was there, and it became actualized into something. It manifested into something. But yeah, man, I feel like when potential starts to become useless is when people blindly make those decisions. Like when we talk about consistency like we have in the past, effort and some of these other things, it's important that we highlight that there is a step-by-step process for completing things, for being successful, right? We talked about success before. Potential, where potential has its place is that from a thought ideal perspective, in theory, if what is being spoke about is actualized, oh, this is going to be something so good, something so amazing. And we have to be careful of that. The emotions behind how these things make us feel, right? Anytime you hear a good idea, not a bad idea, a good idea, it sounds amazing. Even the person, when they're expressing it, they sound like they just invented, the wheel again. Like, yo, I just came up with the best idea. And you're like, yeah, go ahead. Let's go. This, that, and the third. And you're like, ooh, that sounds good. And that's where you get the potential at. Like, okay, I like what I hear. It ain't actualized yet, but this could be something. Or it could be nothing. And that's it. That's why I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how much weight we need to hold in this. But hey, I can appreciate it when the potential becomes the thing. I think we all can agree to that, right? Who we got in here? We got 5 people in here. 4 of y'all on YouTube. Y'all better be liking, comment, sharing, and subscribe. Go ahead and share this. I want to hear some people talk about potential. I want to know, when was the last time y'all recognize potential and maybe a good idea or something, right? And you actually manifested something out of it. Tell me about something. Let me know something, y'all. Uh-oh. I see my boy. We got in the stew, we got a little recorders window and everything, so I can see when he come through. What's power, bro? What's happening? NeRo AnGeLo is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Tend to them babies, Paris. Go ahead, because they got the potential of crying. We don't want that. No. But yeah, handle them kids.
There's a lot of babies that don't get taken care of.
Woo! Better said. This man would know. That's a small facet of the type of work he does.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Look, I was literally about to be like, hey, so we don't have that jerk. Let me hit the button. Let me hit the button real quick.
It's cool. What's good, everybody? Can y'all hear me?
I think you good, bro. I think you good.
Bad.
You're right there. Just make sure all of that's good. You might have to.
Yeah. We should probably good.
Ladies and gentlemen, NeRo AnGeLo has joined us. I hope y'all can hear him clearly, see him. Ferris, I hope you come back at a good time.
Right.
Your boy just got on here.
Look, keep them babies safe. I understand. Babies always come first. That's one rule that we have.
Hey, ain't that it?
Most definitely. But yeah, like interestingly enough, when I was thinking about potential, the first example I thought of was actually Gohan. Like for real, thinking about.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, well, because in a lot of ways, a lot of us put ourselves up like we want to be like Goku or Vegeta, but in reality, our reality is we're Gohan. We got a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of things that we could do. There's a lot of things that we have the right tools and the necessary abilities to do. But whether or not you do it is still up to you. That's the actualization part. So he had all the potential in the world, but he didn't want to actualize it. Meanwhile, you got, ones like Goku and Vegeta who started from the bottom and they grinded their way up. Like, you can have, like, we all knew kids like this. I was a kid like this. You can have a kid that can be an A student easily. Never have to study. They get the stuff just like that in school. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And they can ride that wave for a while, making straight A's, maybe a B, straight A's. You know what I'm saying? Then you got somebody in the back. They might be a D student, D+, right? And then they grind, they study, they go to study hall, they do tutoring, do all that stuff. Then they bump up to a C. Then the next time they bump up, then by the next time the test come up, they doing a C+ or a B. Then next thing you know, you start slacking off because you either don't care, you're not invested, or you don't know how to study because you haven't had to. So you start making B's and you start making more B's and C's, and all of a sudden, before you catch yourself, by the end of the class, they the A student, they're making, the highest grade in the class, and you relying on the curve to stay at a C average.
This man is spitting, y'all. He came off the bench.
And
he's spitting.
I was ready. But like, seriously, that's what it is. It's potential versus actualization. Everybody has the potential to do all sorts of things. That's why, I agree with a friend of mine who said that, shalom, brother. What's up, Biggs? The truth? I just seen your thing, man. What's up? But
what's going on?
That's the main reason. That's the main reason why, I don't really take too much stock in things whenever people try to say, oh, well, kids are bad, or like this person is smart or talented. It's like, okay, that's cool and all. But in reality, that only counts for the probability and the propensity to have knowledge. You're not born smart. You're born with the ability to process information. That's what that really is. Just because you can process information in a certain way better than most other people does not mean that you're in any way better than them. And it doesn't mean that those other people can't surpass you. They can.
Facts.
They might have to put in more effort, but they can do it. You know what I mean?
I think you said it best, and I also feel like you remember the quote better than I did.
Okay.
The quote from the Dragon Ball Super
Oh, the
manga,
Super one?
where Vegeta was talking about strength.
Yes.
Because
He
it
said-
literally reminds me of potential.
Bro, when I say, hold up,
I'm gonna let him get that because he had it. He low-key had it memorized for like a little point in time.
I did.
But it you know, it goes back to potential.
And it was so many facts. It was so many facts, though.
We're talking about the propensity of something to go one way or another.
Because
literally,
right? Because he spoke truth. He spoke truth, though. Like, that was the heaviest part. Is the fact that, man, I need to find that, because it was like first strongest, second strongest. All those titles are nice, but they only reflect a moment in time. It's not I don't remember the direct quote, but it's the fact that he said that. It's true. You can be the best right now. You can be the best at this moment, right? Oh, yeah. Like, you can be the best at the moment. Yours. Yeah. Look, you can be the best at one particular moment, but that only reflects that one particular moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Just no. Just put something there. Yeah. But yeah, exactly.
That's not how a lot of things work. A lot of things work in the way of you get graded in the real world based on what you actually do.
Right. This could all turn around. This could go one way or another.
Oh yeah.
Literally.
Hold on.
We got in here, y'all. If y'all are in here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help us fight the algorithm.
Yes.
Help us get some more eyes and ears. Please and thank you. We want to get as many people in the discussion as possible. That's the speaker. It can come out, but one of them will have to be something else.
Okay.
Just knocked out.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's one big thing about potential is the simple fact that potential only reflects a probability or a possibility. And sometimes probably in the simplest and least salient way. Because potential is something that can always change. You know.
Facts.
Because, case in point, like, you can't predict. Potential is a lot like trying to predict whether or not a child is going to be a good college student in first grade. It don't work that way.
Right.
That's not wise. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're wrong in saying that the child is intelligent or the child has impressive abilities. That's not incorrect. But the fact that you're trying to project so far out into someone's future to think that they will make it to this specific point at this specific point, you can't do that based off of just limited information.
That's correct.
You know?
That's correct.
Yeah, that's just the truth.
I told y'all this man, he came, started with alley-oops. Now he's shooting threes while drinking Arizona iced tea on the live stream.
Look, my throat dropped.
Just like a, but it,
my throat dropped, man.
But
it's killing me.
No, ain't nobody got time for no dry throats during this time period.
Ain't no kind of
Oxygen?
I do, but it's in the car. And I know it's in the car because it's in my other computer bag.
Gotcha.
Yo. But how low is it?
Well, it ain't really this. But
no, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna make it rock.
Yeah. Yeah. Once we get into the next segment, I'll just grab it. But
no, you good? Cause listen, y'all, we don't keep y'all all night. Now we understand these are not the most viral topics on the internet right now. This ain't R. Kelly. This ain't Lil Nas X.
So did he?
We get it.
Okay, just to clarify, because I've been under a rock because I've been busy. But did he actually get arrested, go to jail?
Like, he didn't. No,
I mean, he been in jail, but I mean, like
oh no, he guilty on all counts. He going, I don't know where or what pop, but yeah, no.
Oh, so he going?
Oh, he's going down, baby. Yo, yeah.
Oh well,
yeah. Some of y'all still gonna be listening to the music, which is neither here nor there. But potentially speaking, because we can just insert that word wherever. I will be listening to R. Kelly still. Now I don't listen to him on a regular basis, of course. But if I got the feeling to listen to, Chocolate Factory or You Saved Me, I probably still will doing that. Man. All while being glad that he is where he deserves to be. You can do both.
Look, praise dances at church meetings is the only reason I even knew what You Saved Me was. No cap. I'm like, bro, it's terrible to say, but it's true. It's so true. But yeah, honestly, potential is not a bad thing to have. It's not. However, it is not a thing. It's not a thing to hold on to. It's not a thing to hold on to as an absolute guarantee. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. Potential is good if you're trying to get an idea or a profile. Like for example, one thing we do at my job is we get what are called referrals, right?
Sure.
So as a result of that, a referral basically gives you a general profile of an individual or set of individuals that you're dealing with, right? So they'll pretty much just give you everything you need to know. Well, they think you need to know about a specific case, right? So they'll say, okay, this person has been through this, and this. They have done this, that, and the third. They deal with this person and this and everything else. Okay, cool. All right. So with that being said, that was weird. So with that being said, that's when that referral might be old, or that referral may not give you enough information.
Gotcha.
So when you deal with this person, you might see something in them where their profile that they display is radically different than what you read in the referral. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that whatever's in the referral is wrong or incorrect? No, not necessarily. Does it mean that it's absolutely correct? No, not necessarily. But what does it mean? It means that because this person did this, that, and the third, they have the, say it with me, potential to display these certain traits. And these are the traits that you got to watch out for.
Giving y'all examples, contextual situations.
Look, that doesn't mean it's a hard and fast rule. That does not mean that it's a guarantee, but it is a potential. And that's the biggest thing about that. You know
proof
what I'm
is
saying?
definitely better. Keontae said on Facebook, proof is better.
Proof is absolutely better.
Definitely.
Proof is absolutely better.
And you know what?
Because proof is how you get your results.
Yeah, and it validates the sense of judgment you had when it relates to seeing the potential in something. You weren't completely off.
Right.
And I mean, that in itself does something to people.
You know,
it feels good to be right about something.
Right.
It feels good to benefit from being right about said thing too.
Look, perfect case in point. As artists, how many times have we been told to rely on the potential of getting a buzz from somebody or getting exposure from a promoter telling you all kinds of stuff? How many times has that been said and we've been told to rely on potential without them saying it, right? How many times have we been sold dreams that don't really hold no weight in the real world? How many times have all these things happened? Like, that is potential. Yes, you might have the potential to gain a bigger fan base, but I would like the concrete reward of a little bit of scratch for my time. You know what I'm saying? We don't do potential. You know, like case in point, potential can be the projected hours that you will work for a specific job, right? I feel like I see. Nope, it's gone. All right. It might be a potential of how many hours you have to work for a specific job. So say you work 40 hours. That's what your potential is, right? anything can happen in between that. You could either be a no call, no show because you bumming. You could get sick. You could have a death in the family. You could have any number of things occur to knock down that projected amount of hours to another. Now, does that mean they still gonna pay you for them 40 hours? No. No, they will not. You will get paid for the hours that you worked. And what does work imply? Actualization.
Yes.
That's the thing. Potential is nothing without actualization. That's how that works. If you do not actualize what your potential dictates, you may as well not have it.
See, and that's why I say, for me, I think, and that it is a bit compartmentalizing, but if you can relate, then you get it. Like, I try to, you got to look at things for the realistic. Because the realistic, 9 times out of 10, is indicative of what's actually going on or going to happen, right?
Exactly.
So we have to be careful of that, because potentially any damn thing can happen, right?
Yep.
Anything.
Yep.
What do we do with that? We take it. We keep it in mind. It's a basically save for later. I'm going to come back to this. It's a point of reference.
Right.
Potential is good for reference.
Yeah. It gives you an idea of what you're dealing with or what you might have, look, for what's a good one? There ain't a lot of JoJo fans out here on the internet. There is, but they're not on here. But a perfect example, if you know, stand stats. Every stand has a set of stats, which are strength, which is, what is it? I think it's power, speed, range, what was it? Power, speed, range, durability, and developmental potential.
If you play any MMORPGs, you also know how this goes.
Right.
Traits.
Your stats, yes.
Skills.
So you can, and they can
attributes.
Rate, right. And they can rate from A to E, right? So developmental potential, that particular rating is implying that there is still more growth left to be done with that ability or that specific stand, right? Now, does that mean that one with a developmental potential of A versus one with a developmental potential of E, which is the lowest one, is automatically going to win? No. What that E might mean is that person has reached the end of their potential. What that A is that they ain't got there yet. And if they get clapped before their stand makes it to get there, that A don't mean nothing unless they have the time to do what? Develop and mature. And that's what that is. That's what potential is. Like, potential is basically a measuring stick, a proverbial measuring stick for how far your development can go.
That's pretty much what Keontae said earlier.
Yeah.
He said, and I quote, "It's a scale. How many things are helping the likelihood that something will happen?" That was literally his words.
Right. And I mean, that's literally what that is. You know what I'm saying? It's legitimately the possibility that something can occur. That doesn't mean it will. That doesn't mean it absolutely will. But it could.
I told everyone, when we get to talking about relationships in October,
yes, sir,
potential will be coming back up again.
Yes, sir.
Because I got to spank a bunch of y'all for letting potential mess your life up temporarily, and some of y'all for the long term. And you all know who you are.
Look,
we've all been there, myself included.
Everybody has.
A lot of y'all
and look,
out there have let potential really fuck up.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. Tell the truth. Some of us got mamas, daddies, grandmas, and grandpas that met potential and didn't work out. Just saying. I had to that was actually something that I literally look.
Javar hop in. He say potential soulmates incoming. Dun dun dun. Hey,
sir, you wild.
I mean, we already talked about soulmates.
Ready,
we might talk back about soulmates again, just because it'll probably be relevant for relationships.
You know what we could do? We can make a legit pod episode. We didn't do that.
Did we? I thought we did.
That was while I was sick. Remember? You did that one solo.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, so we didn't turn that into a legit pod episode.
We can definitely do that because we're looking to get people on, and we definitely want to get some male and some females. We want to get y'all live.
Right.
We want to get y'all in y'all natural habitat, not behind this keyboard crap. Because some of y'all don't even want. Some of y'all just spectators, but we want to hear y'all. I want to hear voices. I want to see faces.
Look, keyboard warriors, stand up.
The real and the raw. Because some of y'all got all the smoke for us. Y'all be stopping us places. Y'all be seeing us. Hey, I want to get on the podcast. When can I be on the podcast? And y'all don't even be peeping the live stream in the chat section. So y'all better have that same energy.
Look,
and you know what I'm talking about.
When we make them calls. Just best believe it's gonna happen. I mean, we ain't capping about that.
Oh no.
Most of it is because the vid has been ruining people's lives at a regular rate. So it's just been like
in more ways than one.
Bruh, for real.
But
it's been kind of hell at my job too, just because, you know, if somebody gets the vid, then that's one, like, to bring up potential. That's one potential you know, service we can't render. And if that's a service that you tried to render that you already had scheduled in, that you had the potential to make money off of, that hurts your chances. You know, that hurts your hours, that hurts your time. You know what I'm saying? And we do keep track of that, you know. But, you know, that's the nature of the beast. Potential is always something that's going to be a relevant thing in life. It's just what you do with it and how well you actualize it, or whether you do or not. You know what I'm saying? The one thing I say a lot, and I feel like I've told y'all this a few times in different streams, is you always have to give people the opportunity to fail. You always have to give people the opportunity to fail. And what that means is not necessarily to expect failure as an absolute, but you offer up the possibility for it to either occur or not occur, right? Basically give folks a chance. You know what I mean? You give somebody a chance. And I understand that is what some people believe they're doing in certain relationships, and I get that. That's fine. It's totally fine. But when it starts going beyond the level or the limitation of realism and actual practicality and logic, then maybe it's time to go back and reformat. You know what I'm saying?
What? I'm gonna interrupt you.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
no.
The song playing right now is called Hotline. This is NeRo AnGeLo featuring Kayla Goins.
Shout out to Kayla.
Definitely check this out. I hope I said your name right. If you're out there watching, if not, get with us.
That's her name. Speaking of such, let me see if I can find her. I think she has a YouTube.
Definitely check us out, y'all. We got so much stuff down the pipeline. Actually. We ain't gonna keep y'all too long for this, because we understand this ain't one of the more viral subjects. So y'all, you know, those of y'all who ain't on the stream, y'all tuning out. And, you know, we gonna talk about everything. We talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
You know, that's the best thing you're gonna get out of Black in a minute. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly right now. Everybody talking about R. Kelly. I don't want to talk about Lil Nas X now. Everybody talking about Lil Nas X.
I think we already kind of did.
We kind of already did too. Hey, that was a good episode. Yes. Y'all didn't see that episode? Please go check that out.
Right. Now I will say,
we talked about that.
Look, I will say it was like a brief aside, because it was kind of him, Boosie, and the baby.
Yeah.
Which,
once again, about self-control.
Once again, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Boosie is not the best example of a moral judge at all.
He's sure not.
I don't hate the man, but he has done things that are morally deplorable, and we're not gonna ignore that just because he's straight. Like, for real, no cap. Like, but I will say, you know, I actually, perfect example of potential. It's gonna be spoilers for some JoJo fans. I've been on a kick lately, just watching different videos, because Stone Ocean is coming in December. Let's go. Anyway, but in one part, there is a dude who has an ability called the hand, right? Basically what the hand does is his right hand If it goes into a swiping direction, it can annihilate anything caught up in that space. It erases it instantly, right?
Okay.
There's no way, once the swipe happens, there's no way to get rid of it. There's no way to stop it. There's no way to prevent that space from being removed. It's gone, right? So you would think, that's a deadly ability, ain't it? That's nasty. Dude could swipe you out of existence.
Right.
He can make you a He
You know what that
can
made me
make
think
you
of?
a close. Look, he can make you a closed casket if he do it just right, right?
That literally made me think of the hand, like the hand, the crazy hand from Super Mario.
Remember, I told you about this, and you was like, "Ooh, that sounds like a bar." Look, watch part 4 of JoJo. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But here's the thing about potential. Yes, we just spoke on its potential, correct?
Yeah.
Now, the main problem is, here's the caveat: the user himself underuses the ability because he uses it for more simple applications, like trying to get some. Because, like, case in point, if he swipes a certain space and eliminates that space, it eliminates the air in between too, right? So what it'll do, like say you got somebody that's across the room from you, right? And you're trying to swing on them, right? But you know you can only swing this far, right? You know what I'm saying? You could use that ability, swipe that space in between. That person gets yanked right into your direction. You can bop them upside the head, right? That's a way to use it. But that's the problem. It has the potential to be one of the most powerful things in existence. But because the user is not the brightest dude in the world, it gets underused. And he ends up getting played a lot. That's potential versus actualization. You can have the power and the necessary ability to do anything in the world. But if you don't actualize it and you don't got the mind to utilize it, that will always hold you back. Perfect example.
NeRo AnGeLo, ladies and gentlemen.
I got examples for weeks, dog.
Giving y'all examples from an anime weeb's perspective.
Yes, sir.
But hey, nonetheless, y'all, we're not going to belabor the point tonight. The main takeaway, you guys, do not let potential rule your lives. It is definitely something to take in, to take note of. Always use it as a point of reference.
Right.
Not reassurance of how something may be.
Yes, indeed.
Because you may find out the hard way that that's not always the case.
Mm-mm.
Better to go off of actual results than to what it sound like or what it might be.
Right.
Don't gamble like that.
No. Because you're playing games with your life. And here's one thing. Concerning that, I know that now this could be something we talk about later. This could change into something we talk about later. Like childhood traumas and things of that nature. When it comes to certain potentials, sometimes some of us have to believe in the potential that our parents will be there for us when we're kids. You know? And some of those kids get disappointed because mom or dad don't show up. You know, they don't fulfill the promises they made. They don't do the things that they said they're going to do. So once they reach a certain age, even if there is a potential of mom or dad stepping back in, they ain't worried about that. Because there's been so many failures. The probability doesn't match the potential. The probability says they're not going to make it. The potential says they could, but we don't know what percentage. You know what I'm saying?
I think when you're talking about the probability, though, in that case, what you're really talking about is the reality of the situation.
Yeah. Exactly.
And even when talking about that, we're low-key also talking about expectations. So keep that in mind, too, when we talk about potential and how it relates to expectations, right? And it's always expectations versus what? Reality.
Yes.
We cannot
That's
fall
a perfect
in love with the
callback.
idealistic. Like I said in one of my poems, I don't do idealistic utopias.
Right. Ooh, I always like that.
I don't do it. But shoot, man.
And I mean that's real talk though. That's literally real talk. You can't in this day and age, especially because we're grown, You can't rely on potential anymore.
No,
You
definitely
cannot.
can't.
Not unless you got concrete reasons to believe it.
Nah, I mean you got to be careful and steadfast with your decision making.
Absolutely.
And what you want the outcome to be, cannot be reality until it actually manifests itself.
Yes,
Or
sir.
it is manifested by your behaviors, not by what you would like it to be.
No, because you can always like it to be something. You
Yeah.
can always prefer for something to be a better situation.
Right. Preferences don't always translate into reality.
No. And sometimes they never happen. Sometimes
They
never
can
happen.
through hard work and dedication, but they also cannot.
Yeah.
Even when doing hard work and having dedication.
And sometimes that's the other thing. That's one last thing we'll leave you with, is that even if there's a potential of success, know that there is always an equal and opposite potential for failure.
Woo! I said earlier, Murphy's Law.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, anything that can and will go wrong
usually will.
Yeah. So
anything that can go wrong
prepared.
usually will.
Plan B.
Right. I thought you was gonna go
not
on
that plan B, but
look
plan B, but that plan B, but not that plan B.
I ain't gonna count. I ain't gonna count for a second there. I thought you was gonna start singing "Be Prepared" from Lion King.
Oh, I thought I was about to say "Prepare for Trouble."
That's even better. And make it double.
But no, we gonna keep y'all too late.
I know there's somebody who still memorized that whole thing.
Facts. I was low key thinking about, but I still know it in my head.
I don't know that. I don't know the middle part.
But you know.
Oh, to protect the world from devastation. Dang it.
Don't do it. Don't start.
Something across the nation.
To unite all evils within our... Hey, don't start.
To unite all evils within our nation. There you go.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
Hey, some to the stars above. Dang it. What's the other part? Oh, Jesse James. And meow.
Right, as I say, you gotta do meow. No, but we gonna get up off here. We nerding right now. If you don't mess with Pokemon, you don't get it.
I'm gonna look that up now. Cause I'm mad.
But hey, don't play that on the stream. We trying to get.
I'm not playing it on the stream. I just want to see.
We trying to get taken down.
Look, it already knew.
It already knew. AI, artificial. I mean, not AI. The other one. Mm-hmm. I was just watching Pokemon earlier.
Bro, look at the second thing. It's the second suggestion.
Yeah, there you go.
It already knew.
But hey, no, y'all. We gonna get off here. Listen, y'all. Hey. If you are not following the Black in a Minute podcast on Facebook or Instagram, you are doing a disservice to yourself. You missing live streams? Me too. You know why? Because you ain't hit that bell icon on YouTube.
Oh, God.
You ain't hit that follow button on Facebook or Instagram.
Oh, God.
What are you doing?
Oh, God.
Stop it.
You're wasting your life.
And stop not sharing our ish with other people.
Share.
You're ruining their lives by not sharing us with them.
You're ruining your grandma. I know y'all got grandmas.
Come on now.
You're ruining your grandma's life, not giving her this word.
Right. She's not smiling right now because
she's gonna be unhappy.
Her a dose of Black in a Minute.
She might need to see some Black in a minute. I'm just saying. She probably she's been around white folk her whole life. She need to see a minute, a momentary moment.
Just a minute
of blackness, a respite.
More like an hour, but
a respite even better.
Come on now. Also, quit playing with us. We got merch.
We do have merch.
All y'all who said y'all wanted hoodies, I'm on y'all ass.
We
got it. And I don't need to say pause because I'm comfortable with
it. It ain't even that you need to say pause. It's the fact that you hit a straight Umar and I was not ready.
Have merch. Go and get it and stop asking me when it's coming out. It's been out. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with him.
I'm finna just drop the.
Quit playing with Black in a Minute.
I'm finna drop the whatchamacallit.
Drop that link on them real quick. Drop that link on them real quick before we get up out of here.
Hold on.
They think we playing.
Ain't nobody playing with you.
We done cut the music off and everything, so y'all know we not playing.
Look, let's get serious.
Listen, man, and y'all know he can't see.
I can't.
He just sacrificed his vision. He could have hit the mic.
Bro, I had a little baby today that almost sacrificed my vision to the struggle guys because she straight yanked my lenses, bro.
Yikes.
Look, baby's got super strength, bro. God.
We about to get up off here because now we just chopping it up.
But I'm trying to find the store in here. Where the store at?
Oh, it's on the support.
Ah,
because it's got the store and
it's got a separate.
Donate to.
Okay.
Donate to.
Donations.
I was gonna say, where's the baby?
Donations.
We need that.
Donations. Gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Gifts.
Sponsorship.
Gifts.
Sugar mamas now.
More look, you ain't gonna get no sugar other than me giving you compliments on your outfit, but we can still make this happen.
Hey, I'm talking to the audience, man.
I need some money. I need some bills paid. This man is look.
Harris, how you?
I ain't gonna say it.
You came back at the end. We at the after party section right now. Now we
I almost said something wild to get you in trouble. I need to chill.
Hey,
I need to chill.
Thank you, sir.
I almost put you out on the market.
Your grace. Look,
I ain't
I don't know what the hell you was about to say, but it don't matter. Hey, because you had the potential to fuck up the live stream.
The live stream,
need that.
My life, because I already know what probably would have happened. Because I thought about it, I'm like, man, I ain't trying to die like that.
Until we meet again.
I want to live.
Paris, you're one of the few in here. Check out our store. Hope the baby's doing good. Hey, we get some Black in a Minute onesies on there. You might have to shop with us.
Or toddler outfits.
Or that. Because we will be adding some stuff in October as well. October about to be nice. It's going to be Christmas in October. It's also my birthday, so I'm
so you really try. Yeah, I was about to say you about to act. This man about to act.
But I'm trying to be my natural self.
Hashtag,
if I ain't natural enough.
Hashtag hot boy winter. But I'm kidding. I am kidding.
Hey, my heart.
I joke. Yo. I kid.
Yo. Hey,
look, she said Libra season.
Oh, I mean, Libra season cool. I love it. When your birthday? Now, unfortunately, I am not a Libra.
I am not either. I'm a Leo.
My dear, I am a Scorpio. We don't do that. I'm not just any Scorpio. I'm a day one Scorpio.
Here we go.
But I'm not going to get into that. We're going to say that. We're going to say that for October. But anyway.
See, y'all about to see this man in rare form through the whole entire month of October just because
it's my month. Also, and I'm going to say it on here just so somebody holds me to it.
Oh, Lord.
I'm low-key bringing it back / actually bringing it the way it was supposed to be originally brought. 23 days of night. What is this? I'm dropping something every night. New poetry.
Ooh.
Go follow the DarksKing Poet on Facebook, Instagram.
Ooh.
That's primarily where I'm at. Yes. SoundCloud is where it will be dropped.
Look, she said, "Oh, you a Scorpio." Hold up.
Yes.
What's the all for? Is that a good or bad?
The M with the pointed tail. The devil. Yes.
The M
all
with
of
the
that.
Pointed tail. I never understood this M.
It's got a stinger on the end. The M is for mind your business. Anyway, 23 days.
The door is right
night.
There. Better hit the windows right there. Just go ahead.
Night.
Just go ahead and jump on through that.
I'm dropping poetry for 23 days in a row, leading up to my birthday. Ooh. Every night will be something new. Something new. Either brand new poetry that they knew, or new you ain't never heard. Either way, it will be new to you.
I am here for it. Look.
Because I got it. You already know my catalog. I got it.
I do.
I got plenty.
It is vast.
But
it is vast.
We gonna drop off of here. We shouldn't even still be on here, but we on here. But you know what? Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. October's gonna be very relationship heavy.
Yeah.
Because it also marks the beginning of cuffing season.
Oh, Jesus.
So, and it's getting cold. Winter is coming. Look, so people are looking for places to be at night.
Look, I'm just gonna say this right now.
Ladies and gentlemen,
please don't please, even though you low-key gonna make me money if you do. Please don't make no babies with no folk that you know you don't want to deal with for 18 years.
If y'all trying to bring in Geminis, just say that. Anyway.
Please don't. Please don't. And if you do, look.
Don't blame us.
Don't blame us.
Because we don't sell birth control on our store.
We don't.
So can't help you out.
We don't sell birth control on our store, but look.
But we do advocate it. Use condoms, use birth control.
Here's my
use
thing.
Protection.
If you know yourself.
No mistake, babies, please.
If you know that your pullout game, yes, I'm talking to y'all.
Ooh.
If you still talking about your pullout game and you got 3, 4, 5 babies,
or you
with
over
one
the age
on the
of
way.
30.
Actually, if you over the age of 30 and you ain't got no kids, your pullout game is probably decent. But at the same time,
if you want kids, you probably need to figure something else out. Because listen, you have the potential to have some.
But look, if you ain't ready for no babies and you know that your pullout game is not that good, instead of having to spend all your bread on daycare and diapers, just spend the extra $10, $20 on some rubbers.
Right, and we also marrying people because we believe in 2-parent households.
Yes,
not this. We not shacking up. We not having mistake.
Because here's my thing. Here's my thing. Even from a legal standpoint, I literally had a conversation with a dude about this today. If you, from a legal standpoint, if anything happens to you or your significant other, you do not get power of attorney, even if y'all got kids together. Guess who has the power of attorney? It is the oldest child in your family. It is the oldest child that y'all will have control over your affairs. Or it will be the oldest or most cognizant member of your family, i.e. a sibling or a parent. You as a boyfriend or you as a girlfriend will have, or side piece, whatever, will have no say whatsoever in that, and you cannot change that authority.
Also, if you got benefits set up, whoever that beneficiary is, hopefully there is one, that'll be where it go.
Yes, indeed.
So keep that in mind as well.
Yes, indeed.
But y'all, we gonna get up off here. It has been a great episode. We had fun. I had fun. I'm sure NeRo had fun. He was late, but he got through. He had to do his work.
I had fun from a distance.
Had to serve the community.
I'm trying.
You know, it'd be like that sometimes. But thank y'all for tuning in.
We love y'all. We really do. And look, the boys are back in town.
Right. We are back. Like we never left.
I should have played it for dramatic effect, but
wait till we get the stream deck.
Yeah. The moment's gone. But
I am the DarksKing Poet. That is dark skin with a G on the end. And this guy,
I am NeRo AnGeLo. And this has been the Black in a Minute podcast, sponsored by Swipe and Arts. If you want to hang out with us, have a good evening. Be safe. Thank you very much. The same to you. Hopefully you are able to rest and chill with your babies and y'all have a wonderful evening. Thanks. Hopefully not one where anybody wakes up stressed out or having nightmares, because I know it'd be like that, especially with the weather changing. Also, keep your babies safe, because this is not only cuffing season, it's also sniffle season. Everybody be sneezing, coughing, and we know the babies don't wash their hands.
This man about to do a...
Be safe, dog.
Santa.
Look, RSV is in these streets, bro. COVID babies out here getting pneumonia.
True.
Babies, bro.
But yeah, let us stop playing though with y'all. Thank you once again.
Yep.
Stay up on them remedies, Paris Love. And this has been the Black in a Minute podcast, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Power.
Peace out.